Hey guys, what's up? What's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Trying to Survive when there's a bunch of fire demons outside my house. Cxlvxn. That's the name of this world. This world's seed? Cxlvxn. So this isn't me, which is weird, because the only person you normally play as in video games is yourself. That's because I'm playing the only mod pack that has ever been created for Minecraft. That's right, I'm playing RLCraft. Two things straight off the bat. First thing is... Oh Christ, I'm gonna get away from the ocean. That's not the first thing. First thing is, I don't like this mod pack. It's kind of thrown together. Oh Christ. Okay, so, this leads me to the second thing. I'll say the second thing first. I did a test world a little bit ago. Oh, hey look, hey look, hey look, a house. That's cool. Okay, and you're not gonna set my house on fire? Well, that's cool, I'm in a house. Can only sleep at night, whatever. Well, I was going to talk about how in my first world, my test world, which I did, I spawned in one of the best locations pretty much anybody I've seen ever spawn in RLCraft spawn into. But this may beat it out. What I got a nice little forest in this cool clearing with this nice little river, ton of fairies around. So I got, you know, neutral biome, no super temperature stuff, with fairies to heal me in case anything attacked me. There was also right next to me, there was a bit of an extreme hills, which had a cave in it that I could go exploring into, as well as some gravel, which I could use to create flint, which is the first thing you have to do in RLCraft. But I think I may just have some really good luck, because this is a really good seed, as far as I'm seeing it. Like, okay, I spawned in. I didn't spawn in a great spot. There was some Lycanites mobs came running after me. But the house I'm in now, oh yeah, also, I don't know if I've mentioned this, I've completely forgotten already, but the house that I went into, the world that I went into had a house in it, like right there, right where I spawned, which was pretty awesome. But this house seems to be even better than the original house. Back to my original point, I don't really like this mod pack very much. It's a lot better than it used to be, but when it started out, it was basically just a bunch of hard mods thrown all together to make a hard video game out of Minecraft. What's that? I can't tell. I can't see what it says. Hold on, let me look at my... I think the first letter is... Oh, it's Azure Ika. Is it Ika? I don't know how to pronounce that. Now that I think about it, not sure I know how to pronounce Azure. It might be like Azure or something. Who knows? So there were a lot of, like, problems and random crashes and... you know, events that didn't work together, etc., etc., etc. But, you know, it was all kind of dismissed as, well, it's a hard mod pack. It's not supposed to give you a good time. So, you know, I didn't like it. And it's better now. There's a lot of the bugs have been fixed and a lot of the stuff has been ironed out. So, I'm playing it. And also, you know, partially because, oh, here's another thing. It kind of got famous by accident. It just kind of blew up because it was blowing up. YouTubers were like, huh, there's a lot of money to be made getting views playing RLCraft. And then other YouTubers were like, huh, these other YouTubers are playing RLCraft. I better play it. And that's the only reason it became this super popular mod pack. But no disrespect to Cxlvxn. I don't know how you pronounce it. Having a lot of problems apparently with pronouncing words today. Yeah, I'm gonna stay in here until it turns nighttime so I can sleep in this bed and get a for sure respawn. Since that's, by the way, lucked out here, one of the earliest hurdles in RLCraft is getting a bed that you can sleep in, because otherwise you just keep dying and respawning in a completely different spot. Since, if you don't know, in RLCraft, if you die without a spawn point, the spawn radius of the world is enormous. So you spawn in basically a completely random location, and it's very hard to ever find your own stuff. And also that's because by default, reduced, that's what it is, reduced debug info is on. So as you can see, I can't actually see my own coordinates. So unless you specifically try and turn those on, you cannot navigate back to your home. And except, you know, for pretty much on accident. And one of the first major hurdles is surviving in the world long enough to get some sheep killed or sheared, actually. I think you don't get wool if you shear them. Another part of the hard part of the mod pack. And what are you? A dark nymph. Oh, I saw a gold nymph in my test world too, so I don't know if a dark nymph... I know a dark nymph is about as rare as a gold nymph. I know this because I looked it up. I googled gold nymph to see what was going on with that. And I know that there's also dark nymphs that are as rare as gold nymphs. That's about all I know. I know that gold nymphs and dark nymphs are about equal rarity. I don't know how rare they are. Ah, I can't even get my... That's fine. I don't know if I'm gonna want these, but I certainly don't want them making it too... Like, I could accidentally open a door and let a mob in or something. You know, not something I'd want. Yeah, you gotta get wool and then make a bed and then sleep in it, and boom, you're protected. Not protected, I guess, but your stuff is when you die. And, hello, sheepy. We have managed to avoid that by finding a house right off the bat. Which is, I repeat again, like, not the normal experience. The normal experience is you die 15 times. Like, Penny Parker started streaming it the other day. I was recording Hypixel, my Hypixel series. I was recording that when she started streaming it. So since I'm still in about the first episode of RLCraft, and I know that the part I got to in Hypixel is like way forward, that's kind of a sneak preview, a little spoiler for what's going to happen in a couple episodes, that a little stream notification will show up to show that Penny was streaming. But yeah, her first like 5 spawns were just like instant death. And then there were a couple that weren't quite instant, but still death. And it took her forever to finally get into a spot. And the spot she did find was way worth all the death, in my opinion. She got this huge tower that was real tall, had a bed at the top of it, so it's very protected from stuff like, I don't know, there might be something that could just walk up here and hurl a bomb at my window or something and break it open, and suddenly there's no protection in my house anymore because I don't have any blocks that I can use to rebuild it. But, you know, that'll all be fixed. Build a big wall around it. Keep everything out. Speaking of Penny Parker, I'm actually playing with Silder's Vibrant Shaders, which is her shader pack of choice. And I actually got... The reason I know about it, really... I guess not know about it. I'm sure I did read its name in a couple articles after I learned about it. And I may have installed it anyway. But she's the original... She's the person who originally told me, like, hey, this is the shader pack that I use, and this is a shader pack that exists. So... She was the first one who, I guess, introduced me to it, and I'm not saying I wouldn't know about it without her, but my situation involving it and using it right now may have been different without her. I forgot that, like, YouTubers did this. Hey guys, what's up? What's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Trying to Survive when there's a bunch of fire demons outside my house. I also started working on a new skin a little bit ago, and I never finished it. By a little bit ago, it was actually quite a while ago. I worked on it for a while, kind of stopped working on it, abandoned it, didn't keep going with it. But I will finish it eventually, or pretty soon. I don't actually know when I'll finish it. But it seems like the sun is going down, so let's try and sleep. It says I can only sleep at night. I do see some stars outside. I'm pretty sure if you can see a star in the sky, that counts as nighttime. Yeah, see? Now, there are some stars that will not count for this, such as the sun. I can't think of any others at the moment, but yeah, that's one that doesn't really count. Yeah, I think going over it, that may be the only one that doesn't count. Nice, I have a well. Is there something at the bottom of my well? Oh, well, I guess you can see Why I'm lucky I set my spawn point. Let's see if I can just mine my way out of this like in normal Minecraft you do whenever you fall into a village or village well. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna drown if it's all the same. I was like, how deep is this? I'm actually gonna... Hold on. Before I drown, I am going to... Oh, whoops. I'm gonna toss this rock. So that it doesn't, you know, land in here. But as you can see, had this happened... Had I done this before, I would have respawned in a completely different place. And not been able to get back to this... This spot of mine. This house. Also, the thing that I just accidentally pulled up when I tried to press my throw key, which in like my vanilla Minecraft is rebound to H, so it's real far away from my controls. H right now lets you view your I forget what it's called, but it's the health of your different body parts. And so if your head or your body lose all of it, then you instantly die. Which is why I just died from drowning, despite, you know, my health still being pretty much fine. So I could start punching a tree right now. But the thing about that is, in RLCraft, that's not really how you do things. If you were to punch a tree, you would find that nothing would come out of it. And you would have wasted your effort. So what you actually have to do at first is you have to dig through gravel to get some flint. I was actually quite lucky I got some flint on my second gravel. You need to bang it against a rock to turn it into 2 flint shards. And then you need to get some sticks. Now, normally, you know, hey, how am I supposed to get sticks? I can't mine wood. But if you mine leaves, leaves have a chance of dropping some sticks for you. Once you have sticks, you can craft with your flint shard a flint knife. And with a flint knife, you can cut grass down. You can actually cut grass down without the knife, which is how, a good way to get seeds. But cutting it down with a knife is a nice way to get plant fiber, which you need to make to create plant string. I actually forget what it's specifically called. Oh, it's called plant string. Look at me. Once you create plant string, you can use that as a replacement for like spider silk from Minecraft, and you have to use that to start making better weapons. So now that I've got some, let me grab another stick. Let me grab another stick. Let me grab another stick. There we go. I can now use this and my other flint shard in combination with a plant string to create this flint hatchet. And so now that I've created this, now if I try and chop down a tree, well, you'll see what happens. Timber!